Hey there, guys. So, our process. What's it like to work with Canine Services? Well, you can certainly have a look at our stories section on the website to get an idea of what it's like for people to work with us and what type of results they achieve. But at the end of the day, the results that you achieve will be partly because of the coaching that we provide you, which is high quality, but predominantly because you take away from here those lessons and you apply them day to day. So even when we're dealing with training dogs, where the handler is training their own dog, we are essentially in the business of training humans how to train dogs. We've been doing it for a long time, and I'm proud to say we've been very successful at it. But to know which way to advise you, first, we need to know your situation properly. Unless we understand your situation, a little about who you are, the type of life that you live with your dog, what's your home environment like? Do you live with a busy family of 12, right? Perhaps you live alone. Perhaps you live with 3 other dogs. First, we need to understand the situation, your unique situation, so that we can get an insight into what it is that you and your dog need. The next thing that we need to do, of course, is we need to understand your dog. We need to understand who he is as an individual. We need to understand what motivates him, what scares him, what sets him on fire, right? What excites him. What elements relating to trainability can we leverage, right, to help you guys get better results faster? What things does he already do really well? Where are his weaknesses? All of these things are super important if we're going to design a road forward for you and your dog as an individual, as opposed to just offering cookie cutter advice. The next thing that we need to do, we need to understand you as an individual in relation to your dog. So we need to understand how you feel about your dog, where you're at emotionally. If your dog has problems, how do they make you feel? How do you deal with them? What's your training history like, if there is one, between you and your dog, so that we understand what blockers there may be, as well as what we can leverage to get you moving forward and avoid trying to teach you something that you're already very good at. The last thing that we need to see, and it's very, very important, is we need to understand the dynamic between your dog and yourself, how your team functions. Perhaps there's a breakdown in your teamwork. Perhaps the dog itself has a problem. Perhaps you have a problem in your communication style with your dog. Who knows? We don't know. That's the reason for our evaluative sessions, where we put yourself, your dog, your relationship, and your situation under a bit of a microscope, which then lets us put together an action plan, which includes goals. You've got to have goals, guys. Once we have goals, we can work backwards and we can create milestones so that you're able to achieve those milestones and feel good about hitting the mark. The same applies if we're doing home visits. We still need to understand these things, right? And you're still going to have to action the advice that we give. We just do what we can to give better advice and to target our advice and your efforts appropriately across the board. So hopefully now you understand a little bit more about our process. We look forward to working with you in the future. Take care, and we'll see you next time.